Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Tony with rchelp.com. Now, in the last video, you saw me rebuild this engine. In this video, we're going to rebuild this carburetor. So I've got the camera zoomed in pretty good. That way you guys can hopefully see everything that I'm doing. So the first thing we're going to do, go ahead, completely unscrew the high-speed needle. You do want to inspect it, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little piece of white shmoo on there. That shouldn't have been on there. Very interesting. Then just grab a pair of pliers, or preferably the right wrench to do this. Do note where the inlet was pointing. It was about right there. So just keep note of that. Go ahead and unscrew this. And here you've got the plastic inlet, a little crush washer, the brass piece, and then there's another crush washer right there. Grab our little flat blade screwdriver here. We're going to go ahead and back this low speed needle all the way out. Once again, you want to look at it, verify. Let me clean my fingers off because I see something on this too. Yep, there's all kinds of shmoo on that. So we're going to want to clean that really well. Alright, grab my little screwdriver here. I'm going to take this off of my rag and basically clean that little Allen screw out, because that thing was absolutely caked with dirt. Grab our Allen driver and go ahead and take the arm off. Once again, make note of where that arm's at. I'm going to go ahead and pull that set screw all the way out. Then the arm should just pull off. Should. But it's not going to. So because it's not going to, what we're going to do is we're going to back our idle screw all the way out. Go ahead and take it out. So now we can kind of lift and pop this little rubber piece off of here and drop all kinds of dirt while we're doing it. And what that's going to do is that's going to expose the spring in here, and we can follow it around, grab our little screwdriver, and just kind of lift it up off of this little recess that it's in. And that will allow you to pull out your slide. From here, we're going to grab our Allen driver. It's a 2.5 millimeter, and we're going to remove these two plugs. It is good that both of them still had the silicone seal in them. And then from here, it's basically just inspect it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my trusty brush and I'm going to brush all this dirt off of it. You really should do that first, but I wanted you guys to see just how bad this thing was. Yeah. Alright, so there's the body after cleaning it. So what we're going to do is take just a little bit of WD-40, put it on that brush, and then we're just going to find holes that that brush will fit in, and we're going to put them in it. You want to make sure you get every little nook and cranny, because if this thing ain't perfectly clean when you put it together, it ain't gonna work right. Now this here is where an air compressor comes in real handy. Unfortunately, I said I wasn't going to use one. Actually, in the first video I had said that I might not use one, but I might have to. And this is one of those cases where, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wipe this thing off, and I'm just going to blow through it. One thing you want to do, see if I can cover that up to where you guys can see it. You want to make sure that you can see through that hole. Alright, we got the carburetor body clean. Let's go ahead and work on the slide. So I'm just going to put it off here to the side and try to get the big chunks off of it. I'm going to move the body out of the way to a clean area. We're going to see if we can't get this spring off of here. Now one thing, this rubber is no longer rubber, or silicone I guess it actually is. So yeah, there's no saving this. Alright, once I got it that far, I'm going to go ahead and just brush it off. Alright, we got it brushed off. I'm just going to wipe it off with my WD-40 soaked rag here. Then we're going to take the same brush. We're going to go through that low speed port where that needle goes. Then you just want to look down it. Make sure it's nice and clear. And since it won't come off, I'm going to go ahead and just throw that set screw back in there. And we'll just rebuild this thing without taking that arm off. Alright, go ahead and set that right there. Sorry about the shaky camera. Grab our idle screw. Just give it a quick wipe down. It doesn't really need too much. Grab our small screwdriver, run through there, and just try to get all that dirt out of that slot. Alright, we got our idle screw clean. Here's our high-speed needle. Give that a quick once over. Grab our small screwdriver. Even though we don't ever use this slot to tune it, since it is a thumb screw, still want to clean it out. Alright, check the threads. Threads look good. Go ahead and set that to the side. Grab our low-speed needle. Make sure to drop it first. And go ahead and clean this one off. Alright, go ahead and go to the threads. And since these threads are so long, I'm going to grab the screwdriver and then I'm just going to kind of unscrew it while I'm pinching it with my fingers. And that's going to clean them threads out real good. So here, you basically just want to look, make sure you can see through that hole. Make sure you can see all the way down through that. Same thing here. As long as those are nice and clear, just clean it off. This thing had a lot of dirt on it. Way more than I've ever seen. I've never seen dirt really get up this high on an engine. A lot of running without the body on. Alright, once again, take our little brush, just run it down in here. We're not going to be able to go all the way down. Don't force it if you happen to have these brushes, which I highly doubt. I'd hope you don't anyway. Just grab a paper towel, use the corner. See all that nasty stuff? Yeah. And if you have to on some of these holes, get you one of these twist ties that come with like electronics or whatever, and just kind of run it through there, and that'll clear them right up. It'll also get any residue that might be in there, and at least break it free so that the fuel can go ahead and finish cleaning it out. Just clean these washers off right quick. Nothing too spectacular here. And then of course we have the inlet nozzle. Once again, and I'll use the flashlight so you guys can see it, you want to just make sure that you can see down in that hole. I am going to take the brush and just run through here, just in case there's any kind of dirt or anything down in there. Yeah, you guys can't even see in there. Alright, so now it's time to go back together. Got our brass piece, put one of them crush washers on there, get the fuzzy off of it. Grab our inlet, pop it on there, grab that one, and then put it back into the same spot that it came out of without cross-threading it. Because if you cross-thread it, you're going to be buying a new carburetor body. Alright, remember which way that thing was facing, which is about right there. Then grab your wrench or pliers in my case. Go ahead and tighten her on down to where that doesn't move. You don't need to go crazy on that. Alright, here's our high-speed needle. We'll go ahead and screw that down all the way. And once you feel that thing stop, don't force it. That's all you need to do, and that's where we're going to leave it. Alright, so here's our slide. I'm just going to take and wipe this off real good one more time. Again, this piece is junk, so there's no sense in putting that back on. Go ahead and put our slide in there. Make sure that slot lines up with that hole. Grab your idle screw. Go ahead and stick it in there. Screw it on in. That's seated all the way, and that's how much gap we have. I would like a hair less than that. You're looking for about 1 millimeter of gap, somewhere around in there. So something about right there. So it's almost all the way in. Now you need to seat this spring, and the way I do that is I'll line up that little angle piece with the slot right there, grab me a small screwdriver, lift that up and over, and then just work it down, preferably a cleaner screwdriver than this. And then make sure it goes all the way around down there in that little pocket. And there we go. Now, this thing would not slide by itself. So now, a little bit better. We're going to pull this thing out, hit it with a little WD-40. Just enough to give it a little bit of lubrication until we get some fuel in there. And yep, I like it. Alright, so now we're going to take our low-speed needle. Go ahead and screw that in. And we are going to set the low speed needle. And the way you do that, not this out here, not the silver, but the black part. You want to make sure the black part and that needle are even. If not, just a little proud. So we're just going to line it up right there. Alright, so as you can see, we've got a small plug and we've got a big plug. The small plug is going to go right here, right across from your high-speed needle. Just snug. You don't need to go all crazy on this. Grab the bigger one. That goes right here on the end. Again, let's see if I can get this all in frame. I'm using 2 fingers to tighten this up. Once it's snug, that's it. From there, we can grab our engine and then grab our little retaining bracket, slide it on in there. I am missing this seal out of here. I'm trying to let that seal dry. If not, I'll just have to get a new one. Slide our carburetor down inside there. Now on these, I found that instead of straight across, if we turn it just a little bit, that gives enough room for that linkage to go over there and grab a hold of the arm. But you want to squeeze it just like this. As you're kind of twisting, grab your 7/32 nut driver. Just snug, you don't need to go crazy. And there we go. We got a nice, clean-ish carburetor on a moderately clean engine that has a new piston in an old sleeve, just to give it a little bit more compression. So guys, that's how easy it is to rebuild these little carburetors. They are not hard at all. So if you did enjoy this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Questions, comments, suggestions, post them in the comment section below. And if you'd like to help out, all them links are down in the description. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.